Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with libraries. Did you know that it takes a minimum of 500 books to be considered a library? And this is of course meant for public libraries, but many private libraries do exceed this number. Normally for a private book collector, 80 books or more can be considered a library. Having said which, do search for photos of famous private libraries. Some of them are insane. For example, Nigella Lawson has 6,000 cookbooks in her library. While Karl Lagerfeld, the famous fashion designer and once head of Chanel, has a very interesting library. He has over 60,000 books on style and fashion, and they're all placed in this beautifully styled library with art hanging off the walls. And being a fashion designer, there is obviously something different about the library. All the books are laid flat, one on top of the other. The whole library is horizontal. Now, when it comes to books being vertical, there are a few problems that we encounter. The first is that the books warp and deform over time. And the second is that the books at the ends of the rows keep toppling over and falling down. In order to prevent that from happening, we place what are called bookends. And these are objects that hold the books up and prevent them from falling over. Now, the same concept appears in our world of habits as well. And you will notice that there are some habits that you do at the start of the day and at the end of the day. For example, brushing your teeth or going to the bathroom, etc. And I call these habits bookending habits. Habits that start and end the day. What is important is that it has to be the same habit done in the morning and at the night to be called a bookend. Now, these are very powerful habits as they have the ability to influence the rest of your day or night. A good habit at the start of the day sets you up for the right kind of mindset for the whole day. And the same habit done at night sets you up for a restful, peaceful, rejuvenating sleep. For most of us, these habits are not created consciously. We don't really think about them or plan them. As a result, they are not impactful. So let's look at two amazing bookending habits that we can add to our daily lives. The first is the habit of stretching our bodies. When we wake up in the morning, our bodies are stiff from a night of sleeping in the same position. Some of us curl into a ball, some of us sleep on our tummy or our back, and this puts a strain or contracts certain muscles for hours. We need to stretch them out when we wake up. Importantly, we need to stretch before bed as well, because this stretching helps remove the tiredness from the body. The body is able to relax more, and thus it improves our sleep. The second habit is gratitude. In the morning, I have a gratitude practice where I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And this sets me up with a feeling of abundance in my life. And I would love the same for you. Now, at night, before bed, I kneel down with my hands on the bed, obviously inspired by countless Hollywood movies. And I think of one thing that happened that day that I'm grateful for. And this habit makes my fears disappear. This is because at night, when lying in bed, all our little fears start creeping into our mind. Now, these are just 2 of my favorite bookending habits. Some have a morning and evening skincare routine, others read books, so you can come up with your own bookending habits. And as your habit coach, I would strongly recommend that you think of a habit that you can use as a bookend to your day. Something that you do at the start and end of each day. Because the perfect habits form the library of your life. Now, if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. We have a brand new habit coaching online course, quizzes, videos, and a lot more on the website awesome180.com. So check it out now.